Boom.
Ready? Everybody ready? Here we go. Go ahead, Sherry.
Regular meeting of Washington, Missouri City Council, Tuesday, September 5th, 2023, 7 p.m. Bear,
Here.
Briggs,
Here.
Coulter,
Here.
Heidrich,
Here.
Holtmeyer,
Here.
Patke,
Here.
Reed,
Is that me? Yeah, I'm here.
Wessels.
Here.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will all the council members answer if they have or have not read the minutes of the council meetings dated August 21st and August 28th, 2023? Bear,
Yes.
Briggs,
Yes.
Coulter,
Yes.
Heidrich,
Aye.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Patke,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Wessels.
Aye. Need a motion?
Second. I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Well,
Motion by Holtmeyer, second by
practice.
Briggs.
I'm
To
sorry.
approve the, Briggs. To approve the consent. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion passes.
Approval and adjustment of agenda, including consent agenda. You have the High Street Extension, Sophia Water Line, change order number 1, change order number 2, and final payment request.
Yeah, so those are the, change order one was for rock that they found and they had to get out of there, break out, and then an extra water valve and box for change order two, and then final payment of just over $1 million for the project. Questions?
make a motion. Second.
Motion by Holtmeyer, second by Patke. Further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Priority items, mayor's presentations, appointments, and reappointments. Resolution, thank you, Steve Struberg.
There you go. I asked him to keep his speech. That's right, transfer, Steve. 18 years. All right, you guys. Resolution, City of Washington, Missouri. Thank you, Steve Struberg. Whereas Steve Struberg has been a member of the Washington Historic Preservation Committee for 18 years. Holy tomato. Whereas during his 18 years in office, he has given his time and effort to serve the citizens of Washington, Missouri. And whereas he has served faithfully and has played a vital role in the important work in the community. And whereas he has been an influence for good in the growth and progress of our community. And whereas Steve Struberg is entitled to just recognition for these efforts. Now, therefore, I, James D. Hagedorn, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor, and speaking on behalf of the Washington Historical Preservation Committee and all our citizens who hereby tender Steve Struberg this resolution extending our deep appreciation for his 18 years of service to the community, and ordered this resolution spread unto the records of the city of Washington, Missouri, and a copy thereof delivered to Steve.
Another quitter.
My God, he did keep it.
Yeah.
Also, you guys, after the resolution, I've got some appointments for the Washington Historic Preservation Committee. I hereby would submit for your approval the following for appointment. Tim Pepsel, term ending of August 24. He's filling the vacancy of Jamie Holmeyer. And Joe McGowan, term ending of August 28th. Do we need to vote on these individually?
You can vote on them.
All of the other resolutions.
Make a motion.
Motion by Patke.
Second.
You can only vote for one at a time. So
Only
you're
one
gonna
at a
vote for the,
Two.
the historic preservation, so then you're gonna do C, and then you're gonna do D.
Okay. So I got one more for historic preservation. No?
No.
No.
No, you're fine.
You
Just
can vote
the
for all
one.
the historic preservation at once.
Yes, there's
And
two
then,
names on that.
Right,
Two,
and then the TIF commission, you have to vote on separately.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So B.
Motion by Jeff and second, who was
That was
second?
me. Mr. Bear.
Mayor. Any discussion? Thank you, guys. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion passes. Next couple. I hereby submit for the approval the following for appointment for the Washington Tax Increment Financing Commission, the TIF. Chris Eckelkamp, term expiring August 27.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Patke, second by Coulter. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, guys. Second two, actually, no, just one. I hereby submit for your approval the following for reappointment to the Washington Tax Increment Financing Commission. Tom Holdmeyer, term expiring August of 27, and he has taken the place of Julie Scannell.
No.
That's not
No.
right? Never
Tom
mind.
Holtmeyer's coming on. These are reappointments. Tom Holtmeyer's already on there for another term. Julie Scannell will be for another term. And they both of their terms are over in August 2027.
Gotcha. I'm with you. Anyway, so Tom Holdmeyer and Julie Scannell.
move. Second.
Thank you, Mark. And second by
Heidrich.
Mark Heidrich. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
That was too painful. Thank you, guys.
Citizens' comments?
Anybody in the audience would like to comment or say anything? Okay. Next, Sherry.
Report of department heads, building code amendments.
Yes, I'd like to go ahead, Blake's come up here and answer any questions if you have. This has been going on for quite some time, even before Blake took the position of building commissioner or whatever. But some of you may be aware, we have to update the ICC codes on a regular basis. We're operating under the 15.
Under the 15 code, correct?
And so this would allow us to go ahead and go up to the 2021. You can see the codes listed. Blake had help with the following in the letter that you have in front of you: Ken Shear, Vic Horskamp, Rick Hinson, Tim Frankenberg, Doug Eckelkamp, and Andy Understall. This would start the 90-day review process. Attached to this letter as well as the local amendments that you have, as our fire chief pointed out, that's not as thick as they used to be with the local amendments, but they're there. And so these will be available. The goal here is to go ahead is that the city in December then would adopt the new ICC codes and then take effect January 1st, 2024. Any questions that you have, or if you have any for Blake?
So you leave all these now out for comments from other contractors and so forth?
If they have 90 days to go ahead and review, and we'll have a hard copy of those within the city clerk's office, and then I believe they're also online, so for people to go ahead and get access to.
And we also have them in the building department.
And the building department, thank you, Blake.
Does that take effect immediately?
No, the goal is to have this January 1st. They would take effect.
I missed that.
So you would have to have an ordinance to adopt them. This cover letter just states that the 90-day review process is beginning now.
Okay, thank you.
Anything stand out to you, Blake, that's that much different? I mean, I'm trying to read all the red lines, but
No, nothing really stands out. We're down about half as many amendments. I mean, we tried to do a better job this time of adopting the code as it was written and not trying to rewrite the code. So nothing really jumps out that says we're making a big difference here. It was a big help having Vic Horskamp and Andy Understall on the committee, from the local guys and the local developers to, assist with getting these the way they need to be, I think.
This also helps your ISO rating for the city overall, because
Yes.
you can't be too many years out with your codes that you're enforcing.
Two code cycles, yes.
Correct. All we need is to accept in the minutes. I think. Or is it just discussion? Nope, sorry, that's it. No action.
Okay.
Info only. Thank you.
Sir?
Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Blake.
Blake. Go ahead, Sherry.
Ordinances and resolutions. An ordinance authorizing and directing the city administrator to execute Washington Regional Airport lease agreements for hangar space.
Good evening, council. As we discussed at your last
on.
council,
I need somebody to.
oh, sorry.
Introduced by Patke.
Normally that happens when I'm walking up to the podium. So as we discussed at our last council meeting, these are the proposed new hangar rates. So this is the ordinance actually adopting the new rates as well as the newly written lease that would go to all of the hangars. And for the language in the hangars, the only change, or hangars in the change in the lease is that they have to be able to fly the plane once a year, meet those standards, so it can't just be a storage unit, and that has been shown in the lease. As you can see here on the screen, we have, and it was in your packet, this is the existing rates versus the new, so $25 increase for all the hangars. But what we did do to kind of simplify this, because it calls out a number in that one table, we now have a master list running that tells you the price for each, and this is based off of what is proposed. So if it's approved, this will now be the master list that we'll have on file and out at the airport. You can see there's only one TBD on here, because a lot of times the storage we keep for ourselves, but in discussing with Kevin, in the new hangar that may be large enough for a helicopter, and he thinks we may have someone interested in storing a helicopter there, and so we'll have to determine a price for that if we do find someone who's interested. So we'll work on that at our next airport board meeting. So
Sal, how many planes do we have sitting over there that do not go out once a year?
as far as I know, just one.
And Sal, you probably said this, but when will these take effect if we pass?
So this will come into effect with the new budget year, October 1st, but these leases are month to month. So we'll ask everyone as of October 1st to come in and re-sign the new lease, and go on from there.
You think you'll have everybody sign? That's,
The wait list is long enough. I don't think $25 a month will probably get anyone that doesn't want to keep. But yeah, if someone doesn't want to, we have no concern that it's not going to get full. What we anticipate, and after talking to Kevin, you know, he's got an ear to the ground out there. With the wait list, the top of the wait list, a lot of those people will probably switch over to the new hangars, and then we'll go down the wait list for opening those spaces in the existing hangars.
Other questions? Okay, go ahead, Sherry.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the city administrator to execute Washington Regional Airport lease agreements for hangar space. Coulter?
yes.
Holtmeyer?
Aye.
Patke?
Yes.
Wessels?
Aye.
Heidrich?
Aye.
Bear?
Yes.
Reed?
Yes.
Briggs?
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7A passes. 7B, please.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the city of Washington, Missouri to enter into a sales contract with Region Welding of Missouri for the purchase of one 28-foot gooseneck deck-over trailer.
Hydrich.
Introduced by Heidrich.
Evening, council. In your packet tonight, you have a recommendation letter for a 28-foot gooseneck deck-over trailer that we would use in the Parks Department to haul one of our two skid steers or excavator across town or wherever we need it. We bid it at, this is in the current year budget, came in under budget. We bid it out. We had two bids. One bid did not meet the specs. One did. Local Region Welding came in at $29,400.
900, oh.
$29,400. And so this trailer would be beneficial for us since we have two skid steers. We have several large pieces of equipment that we use on a somewhat regular basis to haul across town. We have multiple projects going on. We'd be able to haul both of them to different places where now we may, if we're doing a project, say at Phoenix Park, we got to take 2 to 3 trips depending on what we're doing, what we're hauling to get over there with all the equipment that we may need. Some of the benefits, this trailer is longer, it's wider, the fenders are under it instead of on top of it, which gives us more room and we don't have to dodge the fenders when we're loading it. And could be used for other things like hauling bleachers at the fair, pallets of material when we put amendments on the ball fields, come in those big sacks that are on pallets, we could use it to haul that. Landscaping blocks, different things like that. And then we'd also like to do the bid alternate, which was to upgrade the 24,000-pound axle and springs for a total of $500, which would bring the bid to $29,900.
What pound axles came with the first?
With the first one, it's rated for 13,000. Or 14,000, I think.
No, it says 20,000
20,000.
originally.
Oh,
on
I'm
the
sorry.
bid.
Where is it on?
24.
Yeah.
But then you could haul two
Oh, I'm
skid
sorry.
steers at the same time.
And so, yeah, we'd be able to haul, possibly, depending on the size of the attachments, to several attachments up in front of it on the flat part of the trailer, too. Questions?
Further questions? Okay, Sherry. Thank you, Wayne.
Thank you.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the city of Washington, Missouri to enter into a sales contract with Region Welding of Missouri for the purchase of one 28-foot gooseneck deck over trailer. Coulter?
Yes.
Coltmeyer?
Aye.
Patke?
Yes.
Wessels?
Aye.
Heidrich?
Aye.
Bear?
Yes.
Reed?
Yes.
Briggs?
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7B passes.
Mayor's report?
Says here, special council meeting on September the 27th at 6 PM. Remind me again, what that was for?
That's your-
That will be establishing the sewer rates.
Sewer rates.
Correct.
Okay. Also, you guys, I'd just like to say thanks to everybody for all the hard work that you've done. We're in the middle of the budget process talking about pay rates and things, and those are difficult decisions that we're all going to have to make. But it's been a very respectful but passionate process, and I appreciate everybody's passion and being respectful at the same time. So that says a lot about us as a group and about the city staff, too. So, thank you.
City Administrator's report?
No report, but we do have 2 items for executive session.
Council comments?
Only thing I got is that I get a few complaints on trash pickup, and I'm sure you guys are well aware and wore out with the whole process. But a lot of people, last weekend, supposed to be big trash day, and, I still see items sitting on the street. Now, I can't tell you if they had 3 items or 4 items, but, some stuff's still sitting out there, and people call and ask why. Why? How come? Never used to be like this. When we did it, we took everything. So that's the only thing, and I know that these trucks all got cameras on them, and they're making sure that nobody's putting trash in their recyclables, so on and so forth. But, people called me, and I said, yeah, I don't know what you had sitting out there, why they rejected you, but, try it again, do something else. I don't know what to tell you. They're not coming back for you. But I thought the city would come by and pick it. Doesn't the city pick up the big stuff, or is the contractor picking up the big stuff on big trash?
Waste Connections picks up the big trash
He
items.
does.
There are some white items, I think, that we sometimes go ahead and get, that our crews go ahead and get, but for the most part, it's Waste Connections.
Yeah, that's the only thing I got bothered with in the last couple.
The only thing, if you have addresses so we can check on that, we can
I-
check on it individually.
I know.
Especially the recycling part. Leaves a
Yeah.
lot of trash in the streets.
Yeah, well, what they do.
That's what I'm getting told.
Well, what they do is, they gotta go to a safe place to be able to lift that truck and do that, otherwise they tear down every power line in town. So I like the way they do it, or at least around my house, you know, they go in a safe area like that. Yeah, once in a while something falls out of it, you know, but I can pick it up.
I also like to take a shout out to the guys that worked
Get
on
out
the
there early and take care of it.
code changes, the contractors that spent time
Yeah.
on all their time and to help us out with our code changes. Thank you.
Okay. All right, Sherry.
City Attorney's Report, public vote on whether or not to hold a closed meeting to discuss personnel, legal, and real estate matters pursuant to Section 610.021 RSMO 2000. Coulter?
Yes.
No.
Holtmeyer?
Aye.
Another one.
Patke?
Yes.
Wessels?
Yes.
Heidrich?
Aye.
Bear?
Yes.
Reed?
Yes.
Briggs?
Yes.